Hello, I'm Steve. This is Bit of Munch, and guess where I've been? Yeah, I've been to Sainsbury's. No, I've been to Lidl. Hence the hats. There we go. Yeah, hadn't been to Lidl for a couple of weeks, so I thought I'd better go and see what's new. Picked up a few things to review. First of which we're trying today is Swedish style meatballs and mash. It doesn't say it's new on the product, but there was a new flash on the shelf edge label to say that it was new. So I believe them. I've never seen it before anyway. This was £2.79. And let's take the hat off because I'm too hot already. Right, what we got then? Chef Select, British beef and pork. British classic, it says. Is this a British classic? This type of meatballs and gravy with mash and peas? I don't know. What do you think? I don't think it is, but, you know, tell me your opinion. What do you reckon? It's 400 grams. There's the traffic light system if you'd like to have a look at that. And it says, cooked beef and pork meatballs in a creamy onion gravy with mashed potato and peas. Produced in the UK using British beef and pork. And this is made by a company called Oscar Mayer Limited. Now, there's something funny about these ingredients, right? Perhaps I'm overanalyzing it, but see if you can spot what's strange about this. You know, I normally read you out the percentages, don't I? Which I'm going to now. So see if you can spot what's a bit weird. So this contains 41% mashed potato, 37% meatball gravy, 13% beef and pork meatballs, and 10% peas. And if you add up those percentages, it comes to 101. How can that be right? How can there be more than 100% in there? It just doesn't make sense, does it? As I said, maybe I'm overanalyzing it. I probably am. But, yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Okay, I'll give you a look at all the ingredients and the nutrition, because as you know, with Lidl products, you can't always find them on their website. You usually can't. So there you go. There's everything if you want to have a good pause and a good read. The only way you can cook this is in the microwave. So that's what I'm going to do. And it's quite handy actually, because you can microwave this from frozen. Now, while I was in Lidl, I picked up another bargain, which I've just got out of my freezer, because it was yesterday I went to Lidl. I've got one of their sausage and mash meals. Now, I have reviewed this in the past. They've changed the packaging. It looks a bit different, but I'm hoping it's the same product. And this was half price. $2.79 down to $1.39, and when I reviewed this, the sausages in it were absolutely superb. And I've had a look, and they're still the same percentage of pork. The sausages in this are 80% pork, which is amazing for a ready meal. So, you know, a sausage and mash ready meal, isn't it? And you can cook that from frozen as well. Microwave from frozen or oven from frozen. So, yeah, what a bargain. Put that back in the freezer. On top of one of the other things I got from Lidl, which I'll be reviewing quite soon, probably. Okay, what else have we got then? How long does it take? 4.5 minutes. You have to stir it halfway through. Now I wonder how many meatballs there's going to be, because on the picture there it shows 6. I mean, it's impossible to tell at the moment how many there are, but it'll be interesting to see how many there are, won't it? Will I be disappointed in my balls, or will I be happy with them? Let's find out. Now the picture showed 6 meatballs, didn't it? I've only got 5. They've shortchanged me. And don't those meatballs look a bit lost in that sea of gravy? There's a few peas mixed in with the gravy. The peas have got mash mixed in with them because they were in the same half of the container. Okay, I'll stop moaning now. But it does smell good. Yeah, it really does smell good. Yeah, it smells very meaty. Now, I didn't tell you the percentage of meat in the meatballs, did I? So these meatballs are 13% of the whole meal. And in the meatballs, you've got 65% beef and 38% pork. And some other ingredients, which I've already shown you, because I showed you the ingredients, didn't I? Okay. Okay, let's see what it's like. Let's try the mash first. Very smooth. Tastes like potato, but it's vastly under-seasoned. Yeah. Yeah, it's got a good potato taste, but needs a bit of seasoning, that does. Okay, what's the peas like? If I can get any peas without any mash. There's only a little bit of mash there. Nothing wrong with them at all. Texture, taste, yeah, they're good. Okay, I can't get over how few meatballs there are. Look, they look really sad and lost, don't they? Okay, let's see what the gravy is like. What did it say about it? Rich and creamy. Yes, it is. It's a lovely gravy. Rich, creamy, well seasoned, and meaty. Really nice. And, you know, reasonably thick. Okay, the meatballs themselves then. The main event, I guess. Let's get my fork. Can I turn that over? Yeah, there we go. So I can give you a better look at it. Oh yeah. They don't they don't taste cheap or feel cheap. You know, some meatballs, especially like I'm talking about tinned meatballs really, yeah, most of them you can tell they're cheap, they're just not very nice. They're really good, well seasoned, meaty, got a lovely, you know, meaty taste and texture. There's just not enough of them. Okay, let's have a bit of everything, shall we? There we go. Actually, when you have everything all together, the lack of seasoning in the mash doesn't really matter, because there's a lot of salt and other seasonings in the gravy and the meatballs. And it's enjoyable. Yes, it's enjoyable. But, yeah, there's that but, isn't there? New from Lidl, Swedish style meatballs and mash. £2.79. There it is. The problem with this one is a lack of meatballs. It shows 6 on the picture. I've only got 5. They taste really good. The gravy is very good, very tasty. Nothing wrong with the peas. The mash is a little bit under-seasoned, but when you have it with everything else, it doesn't really matter. But it's the lack of meatballs. Look at it. I've only ever had a little bit of one of them. Yeah, it needs like double that amount of meatballs, doesn't it? If it had double the amount, obviously that would make it more expensive. I wonder how much more expensive. And would you be willing to pay that? Depends on the price, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. Well, I've got some bread and butter in there waiting for me, as usual, with things like meals like this. So I'll use that to mop up the gravy and everything. I just wish I had more. Yeah, you know, I won't say it again. I won't say it again. Okay. They also had another new meal with this one. They had a chili con carne, a chilled meal. I might try that at some point. I don't know. It's just this one looked a bit more interesting. And it's a British classic. Allegedly. I wonder if it said British classic on the chili con carne. I didn't notice. And is chili con carne a British classic? Interesting. Right, thanks for watching that one. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment and subscribe. That's what I meant to say now, isn't it? And I will see you in the next video.